Failure is not the opposite of success. Yes, I do hear a lot of people say that there is failure and the opposite of failure is success. But no, failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is a part of the journey to success. So yes, on your way to success, a part of it is failure. Because look, every great achievement is built on lessons learned from either mistakes, setbacks, or disappointments. You know, the difference between those who succeed and those who remain stuck is not that one group never fails, it's that one group learns how to rise again. So the difference between a successful person and somebody who is not successful is that most of the times the one who's not successful chooses not to rise again. Do you understand? Now, why do people fail? Why do people fail? Number one, the fear of taking action. Yes, many people fail before they even begin whatever it is they want to do because they're afraid of making mistakes. Fear keeps dreams locked away and opportunities unexplored. Take away that fear. What are you afraid of? A lot of number two, some people are scared because they lack discipline. So it makes them fail. Look, success requires consistency. Many people have goals, but they lack the daily discipline needed to achieve them. Look, you need to be disciplined to be successful. You need to be disciplined to be successful. You have to show up every single day. You need to show up every single day. I'm going to tell you for free. You're going to show up when you're tired. You're going to show up when you're motivated. You're going to show up when you're uncomfortable. You're going to show up. Just show up every single day. That is discipline. And success requires it. Consistency. You need to achieve those goals. But to avoid failure, you need to have discipline. Number three, a lot of people give up too soon. Yes, a lot of people give up too soon. You see, many people quit when challenges arise. They mistake temporal setbacks for permanent defeat, which is not right. It's not right at all. Failure is a setback. Yeah, they might have gone ahead, but it doesn't mean that you failed. Look, there are two types of failure to me: failure as an event and failure as a person. Now, whatever it is you set out to do in life, if there is a setback in it, I look at it as failure as an event. Do you understand? I didn't fail. What I was doing failed. Doesn't mean I can't do it again and get it right. Do you understand? Me as a person didn't fail, but maybe what I was doing failed. Now, that is failure as an event. It doesn't mean that me myself failed. No, I didn't. So please, let's not give up too soon. Number four, we have negative thinking. Yeah. You see, a mind filled with doubt, excuses, creates barriers that prevent progress. Excuses, doubts. You need to think positively about every single thing. And in the video I made before yesterday, when we are talking about the mind, the power of the mind, from this book, A Winner Never Quits, chapter 1 of it, when it was talking about the power of the mind, I made mention that the mind is the engine of success. For those of you that haven't read the book, you can get the book on Amazon. You can also get the book on Selar. I'll be leaving the link to the books in the video description down below. So do well to get these books and read them. So moving on, the mind, when filled with doubts and excuses, creates barriers that prevent progress. So we need to think positively. Instead of thinking, what if it doesn't work? Start thinking, what if it works? Yeah, because a lot of people will come to you and tell you, oh my God, are you sure you're going to be able to make it? The market is saturated. A lot of top people are doing it already. How are you going to get the audience? Don't listen to them. Take a step. Positive thinking. Take a step. If you want to do it, do it. After all, they started it and they did it. Why can't you do it? You can't do it, for God's sake. You can do it. You can do it. All right. So number 5, people refuse to learn. Yeah. You see, failure becomes dangerous when people refuse to learn from it. Repeating the same mistake leads to repeated results. So yes, whatever it is you did the first time that didn't work, you need to learn. You need to sit down and learn why it didn't work at first. Then try another aspect. If you are doing something and it's not working, it doesn't mean that you failed. No, you just need to try another angle. Look at it from another angle. Look, let me just deviate a little using a little story. A day before yesterday, I was playing a video game at my leisure time. I was playing a Spider-Man game, and I was on a mission. And the mission was, the objective of the mission was that I was to capture a particular portrait on the wall with my camera. Now, when I wanted to capture this portrait, they kept on rejecting it. What did I do? I changed the angle. I went to another angle and I captured it and they accepted it. Now, it doesn't mean that I failed. I had to re-strategize. I needed to change angle. That same thing, that same picture was rejected the first time because the angle was wrong. So you see, we need to learn from our failures. When we fail, let's go back and check. Why did I fail? What exactly made me to fail? Then we can re-strategize and come back strong. So the refusal to learn is the reason why many people fail. Because repeating the same mistakes leads to repeated results of failing. Number 6. I think this will be the last point. Lack of clear purpose. Remember, we are still on why people fail. And number 6 is lack of clear purpose. You see, without a clear direction, people drift through life and struggle to make meaningful progress. Without a clear direction, people drift through life and struggle to make meaningful progress. So we need to know where we are going. We need to know what we want. Then that way, we now have a direction. We know where we are going to. And then we know the end result. We know what we want to achieve at the end. And that is the way we can have a clear purpose of what we want to achieve in life. Now, quickly, because I want today's teaching to be below, or let's say within 10 minutes, all right? I don't want it to exceed 10 minutes because of our time. Now, quickly, what failure teaches us? Because yes, failure teaches us a lot of things. Number 1, failure teaches humility. Yes, failure teaches humility. Failure reveals weaknesses that need improvement. Like I said, if you do it and you fail, it's because some places need to be improved. So yes, failure reveals weaknesses that need improvements. Just like the story about the video game I told you guys about, I needed to change angle. That was an improvement in order to get a clear picture. All right. Now, failure develops patience and perseverance. Failure also builds your character and your resilience. Failure often redirects us towards better opportunities. All right. So many successful people failed numerous times. I'm going to tell you this for free. Before achieving their greatness, many of them did. Their failures became stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Do you hear me? I said their failures became stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. All right. Now, quickly, because our time is almost up, how to bounce back from failure. Number 1, you need to accept responsibility. You need to acknowledge that what went wrong without making excuses, right? You need to acknowledge what went wrong without making excuses. Growth begins with honesty. Number 2, we need to learn the lesson. We need to ask ourselves, what happened? Why did it happen? What can I do differently next time? Every failure contains valuable information. Number 3, you need to change your mindset. Stop seeing failure as an ending. View it as feedback and an opportunity to improve. Number four, you need to start again immediately. Do not allow disappointment to become permanent. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to restart. Number five, you need to build better habits. You see, success is usually the result of small daily actions repeated consistently over time. That thing you're doing today that it feels like it's not moving, that it feels like it's not working. Success is usually the result of small daily actions repeated over time, consistently. Those small things you're doing, keep on doing it, and as small as it is going to grow. Number six, you need to surround yourself with positive influences. You need to spend time with people who encourage growth, accountability, and perseverance. And the last but not the least, number seven, I think I've lost count. Number seven, you need to stay persistent. You see, the road to success is rarely straight. Persistence often matters more than talent. Oh, I so much love this topic. I so much love this topic because see, I've failed a lot of times, but that doesn't mean I'm a failure. I'm not a failure, and I will never be a failure. So, in conclusion, because my time is up and our time is up, I know you have something else to do. Failure is not proof that you are incapable. It is a proof that you tried. You see, the greatest tragedy is not failing; it is refusing to rise after falling. Every setback can become a setup for a comeback if you are willing to learn, if you are willing to adapt and continue moving forward. Remember, a failure is an event, not a person. You may fail today, but with determination, wisdom, and persistence, tomorrow can tell a different story. See you all in the next teaching. I remain your humble teacher, Divine Ago. And I'll be seeing you all in the next teaching. Don't forget to grab your own copy of this month's book, A Winner Never Quits and a Quitter Never Wins. Remember, it's available on Amazon. It's also available on Selar. You can access these books via their links in the video description down below. Thank you very much.